All right. While I'm talking in the stage, will be a very powerful, inspirational story. We'd like to invite this guest speaker. Her personal journey through the six concord addiction, which has controlled her life for 37 years. A violent childhood led her into drug and alcohol abuse from a very young age. Fortunately, she found a smart recovery program in Newcastle, which provide her the support and she need, and finally turned her life around. She now uses her experience and learning to provide encouragement and support to those currently in addiction, as well as their family and friends. Today, we would like to invite her to share her inspirational story, showing that with the right support and determinations, lifelong change is possible. Jeunesse family, please help me to welcome to the stage motivational speaker Robyn Lewis Elms. Thank you. The floor is yours. Thank you, Robyn.
Good morning, Jeunesse family. Thank you. Hi, Carrie. Thank you very much for inviting me up here to speak. And it is a huge deal for me. 4.5 years ago, I was a very sick person. I not only was physically unwell, I was very unwell mentally. And to be here today, up on this stage, as healthy and as happy as what I am, is a huge achievement. Okay, sorry. So I'm so grateful, like I said, to be able to share my story with you and just let you know that it doesn't matter where you come from, where you've been, you can move forward and make something of your life. And to be involved with the Jeunesse family now and be traveling the world and meeting the beautiful people that I'm meeting and doing the things that I'm doing is absolutely beautiful. So this is my story. I was born in a small regional town in New South Wales called West Wyalong. Unfortunately for myself, I was born into a family that had a very violent alcoholic father. So on a nightly basis, we were viciously beaten. My sisters, my mother, and I were. It was absolutely horrendous. And at a very young age, I started out using cigarettes and alcohol as a coping mechanism. When I was 15, I was introduced to a drug called marijuana, and that gave me a sense of confidence, and I felt like that I belonged to, and so I started smoking marijuana, and then that led to, when I was 17, I was introduced to a drug called speed, otherwise known as amphetamines. And by the time I was 21, I was injecting on a daily basis, and my life was spiraling out of control. When I was 22, I met a man that I was to get into a relationship with, and he was also very violent. And so I spent the next 20 years with him in this very, very violent relationship, and my self-esteem and my self-worth was absolutely non-existent. I didn't like anything about myself. I couldn't see any reason to live. And then I had my daughter, Zoe, when I was 23, and I also had 3 stepsons. They were all quite young, and so I was raising 4 children, and I was 23 years of age, and I had huge drug and alcohol problems. I also developed a massive gambling problem. I smoked cigarettes, I was an alcoholic. I was addicted to amphetamines. I smoked marijuana. And then when I was 38, I got introduced to a drug called ice. And if I thought my world and my life was bad enough, before that, once ice came on the scene, my life really spiraled out of control. The low self-esteem and the self-worth, lack of self-worth was just incredible. And then the suicidal tendencies came into play, and the depression, the massive depression, and I didn't see any way out. And then my marriage or my relationship broke down, and my relationship broke down, and I lost contact with my daughter and my only child, and I spiraled further and further into addiction, and I couldn't see any way out. And then, fortunately for me, I found a program in Newcastle called the Smart Recovery Program, and I slowly started turning my life around, and I attended this program every week, and then eventually I gave up all my addictions, and I started to move forward in my life. And that's when Jeunesse came along. I had an acquaintance called Marguerite Leathorn, and Marguerite could see that I wanted to change my life and move forward. And so she introduced me to Jeunesse, and she sent me home with a sample pack of Jeunesse products, and that's how my story with Jeunesse began. And so, as you can see from the photos before to the photos that are now in front of you, yes, I've gone on to use the products every day, and I've gone on to become a distributor, and I've met the most amazing people, and I've had the most amazing experiences. I'd never been out of Australia before I'd been introduced to Jeunesse. Now I'm travelling the world, and I'm just in a wonderful place. And like I said, I've now turning my attention to helping other people that are in addiction. I'm sharing my story with them, and hoping that with my story they can see that it doesn't matter what you have going on with your addictions in your life, that you can turn it around and you can change it. And so that's what I do now, is I spend my time doing whatever I can so that other people don't have to go through what I've gone through in life. And I've gone on to marry the most beautiful... Sorry. I've gone on to marry the most beautiful man I could ever meet. After years and years of having men that just abused me and treated me badly, to finally get my life back and marry the man that I've always was meant to marry, and to be involved with such a beautiful company and the people that I'm now associated with. It's just absolutely amazing, and I'm thankful every day that I have Jeunesse and all you beautiful people in my life. So, one team, one family, one Jeunesse. Thank you.